Hey, y'all. We're going to allow some people to come on in the room. Happy Friday. Uh-oh, somebody messaging me. Happy Friday. Hey. Courtney. You won't find me where you left me. I got a mouthful, okay, to say. So I'm just waiting on y'all to join this live before I get into this. Hey. Happy Friday. How y'all feeling today? Go ahead and share this live. Share, because we got some things to talk about. Can y'all hear me? Hey, Coach Sheila. Welcome. Happy to have you here. Thank you so much for joining. Are you a life coach? What's your coaching niche? I'm tuned in. Bless me because I need to be blessed this morning. Period. Okay. So listen, my title is You Won't Find Me Where You Left Me. And I was just sitting here working, minding my business. A life coach. Awesome. I was sitting here working, minding my business, y'all, and this is more of a laxed type of live, but we gonna go wherever God have us to go today, okay? But I was just sitting here working and minding my business, and it's just be so much going on, y'all that y'all don't be knowing about behind the scenes. But one of the things that I'm just sitting here thinking about is how every single round has to go higher and higher. And this is something that my grandmother used to say every time. And if you grew up in church, you probably have heard this saying a lot, that every round goes higher and higher. Everything goes higher and higher. You should always be going higher and going to the next level. And I say all of that to say, like, when you are really pursuing your purpose and you are really going after what it is that God has called you to do, there are times where you may end up in a season of isolation, and sometimes it's a very necessary season of isolation. But sometimes when you end up in this season of isolation and people try to ostracize you because of the work that you are doing, and people try to project, their things on you because they're not doing the work that they should be doing and you doing the work that you're supposed to be doing. Sometimes people will try to make you feel bad and feel like, they gonna chuck the deuces on you. But I want y'all to understand something. As you are pursuing your assignment and you are doing what it is that God has called you to do, there are going to be some people that will not understand it and may decide that, they shouldn't be around for whatever reason. But what I want you to understand is it doesn't matter who walks out. It doesn't matter who walks away. It doesn't matter who decides to separate themselves or disconnect themselves from your mission and your purpose and whatever it is that God has called you to do, because he's called you to do it. He didn't call you to do it with the crowd. He didn't call you to bring everybody with you. Like, everybody's not going to be able to see it all the way through to the end. Some people won't even understand why God has you in a season of isolation. Some people won't understand why you got to work a little bit harder, why you got to spend a little bit more time on your vision, and you can't spend a whole lot of time doing other things that you used to be doing. So they start taking it personal, and it's really not personal. It's purposeful, okay? And you really got to get people around you that understand, sis, it ain't personal. It's purposeful. And God has me in this space that he has me in, because he has me pursuing another level of purpose. And when you have people around you that is taking your purpose personal, and that is taking your purpose steps and your purpose moves and your purpose decisions personal, those aren't the type of people that you need to be connected to in this hour, because there is so much work that God has you to do that you ain't gonna be able to participate in every single thing, right? But I need you to understand that when people decide that they want to separate, that they want to disconnect, that they don't want to be around because they taking the moves that you got to make personal, and they're taking it personal, and it's really not about them. It's really about you and God, and it's really about you doing what God called you to do. But when they decide that they don't want to be around, I don't want you for any second to stop in your tracks. Like, do not stop what you are doing. Do not second guess what you are doing. Do not second guess because you have been put in a space of, well, now you feel isolated. You may feel like, oh, it's time for me to stop, or that means I need to stop doing what I'm doing, or I'm not doing the right thing, or I'm not in the right place and I'm not in the right space. But that's not true. And I need you to know that just because people decided to walk away while you are building what God has called you to build, that does not mean that what God has called you to is not the right thing for you to do. I want to encourage you to keep going, to keep pushing, and make sure that when they circle back, that you are not where they left you. Every single round has to go higher and higher. And there was a scenario where I was speaking with a friend, and what she basically broke down to me is like, some people can't handle the altitude of where God is taking you. And if you try to, because sometimes we want everybody to go. I didn't plan on going here, y'all. I didn't plan on preaching to y'all. This is supposed to be a casual conversation. But because we have this heart of, I want everybody to go, and I want to take everybody with me. The truth of the matter is, everybody cannot breathe in the same altitude that God has called you to go to. So think about it as if you are climbing a mountain, right? You are climbing this mountain. And do you all know, if you are a skilled climber, there are certain levels that you get to where the altitude and being able to breathe is a little bit different the higher you go up. So some people get short of breath when they start to go higher. Everybody can't handle the altitude that God is taking you to. And if you are so desperate to take everybody along the ride with you, you're going to end up killing those people off. You're going to end up suffocating those people because they can't handle how high you have to go. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Everybody can't handle how high you are going. So some people, they're gonna drop off and say, girl, this is about as much as I can take. Some people, they're going to drop off and say, this is about as much as I can take. This is the only place where I can breathe. And if I go any higher, because I'm not equipped, because I'm not spiritually equipped, because I'm not physically equipped, because my breathing techniques aren't where they need to be, I'm not going to survive. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Some people ain't even spiritually equipped to handle how high God wants to take you. And because you trying so desperately to take everybody with you, you are not only compromising yourself, but you are also compromising that person that you're desperately trying to drag along with you, because you want them to go to higher heights with you, but they ain't spiritually equipped to handle it. You got to let them people get equipped. Them people not equipped to handle it. And we want so bad for everybody to be down, and everybody's not going to be down, y'all. And I just need y'all to understand that just because some people fall off along the way, just because some people fall off along the way does not mean that you have to stop climbing. God is going to catch those people that fall. Hear me, y'all. Oh my gosh. We have this, I want to save everybody type of mentality, right? But God is going to catch them as they fall. And it's not your responsibility to stop climbing because somebody decided to fall off. It is your job to keep climbing and to keep going and to keep pushing and to keep excelling and to keep going, because God has work for you to do. And you cannot compromise the mission because somebody decided that they needed to take a break to breathe. They couldn't breathe in the same altitude. They couldn't breathe higher. They can't go higher yet. And that's okay. Let God catch them and you keep going. But for you, every round has to go higher and higher. You have to continue to go higher and higher and higher, and understand that whoever left you, they ain't gonna find you. They're not going to find you where they left you, because God is going to continue to push you higher. God is going to continue to allow you to excel as you continue to pursue what it is that God has called you to do. When they circle back around, you may not be there, and that's okay. But it's okay for you to get to the place to understand that you don't have to keep coming down mentally. Keep coming down where everybody is at, and you like, I'm so over that, and I'm above that, and I'm not on that no more. And you got to keep dumbing yourself down and bringing yourself down to meet people where they at. Sometimes you got to stay where you are and allow people to come up to you. Sometimes you got to stay where you are and challenge people to come up to your level or move out of your way. But a lot of times we want to continue to not intimidate people about our greatness. We don't want to intimidate people about what God has put on the inside of us. So we'll dumb down and water down the people and the versions of us that God has now called us to be, the versions of us that we have now grown into. We will continue to dumb it down so that we don't step on nobody's toes. But I'm telling you that you can't continue to water yourself down any longer. You got to be you wholeheartedly. You got to show up unapologetically. You got to be as bold as God and tenacious as God has called you to be. And allow them to come up to you. I don't know. I want to serve the devil notice that I'm not stepping down and watering myself down and dumbing myself down to meet anybody's standards in this season. Hear me and hear me good, y'all. Y'all got to get to the place where I'm no longer dumbing myself down and making myself seem like I'm less than what God has called me to be, to appease to anybody, because mentally you ain't there yet. You're going to have to do the work that I've done, make the investments that I've made to help you get to the level that you need to be on. But I'm not going to bring myself down or put myself in a box to make anybody else feel comfortable. And a lot of us live these uncomfortable lives, and we live these lives where we're not operating in the fullness of who God has called us to be, because we continually dumb ourselves down to appease to everybody else because we don't want to step on nobody's toes. But this is a season for you to be you unapologetically, for you to be all that God has called you to be. He's called you to be too great, and he's giving you too great of an assignment. And this assignment cannot withstand half of you. This assignment will not be fulfilled with a part of you or a piece of you or a small version of you. This assignment can only be fulfilled when you are operating in the fullness of who God has called you to be. So this is why you cannot compromise in this season. You can't compromise your values. You can't compromise your beliefs. You can't compromise the mission that God has called you to be on, desperately trying to bring everybody with you. Those people are going to have to come up so that they can withstand the altitude where God is taking you, or they're going to have to move out of your way. But regardless of whoever decides to walk away, sis, you must keep pursuing what God has called you to pursue, and understand that you will not be where they left you. You will not be. Right now, you may feel isolated. Right now, you may feel ostracized. Right now, you may feel like you're misunderstood. You may feel like people don't understand. And it's not personal. It's purposeful. Like I'm not personally trying to do anything to anybody. I'm just trying to fulfill my purpose and my assignment. And I'm telling you, don't take it personal. Understand that God is going to continue to excel you, continue to push you forward. He's going to continue to push you forward, and you ain't going to be where they left you. You're not going to be where they left you. So I know it may hurt, and you may feel some type of way, but that's okay. When they circle back around, you won't be there. You're going to be higher. You're going to a greater place. You're getting ready to pursue greater things. And I even want you to assess, what does it take for you to get to that next level? What does it take? Period. Don't believe me, just watch. What does it take from you? What type of work, what type of sacrifice What type of things do you need to do? What does it take from you to go to your higher level, your highest level? Prime example, there are a lot of different things that are happening in my business right now that God is saying you have to go higher. And I understand what you accomplished last year. And I understand what you did the year before that, but now it's time for you to go higher. Every round that you go higher and higher, it's going to feel like, am I starting over? You know, it may feel like, am I starting from scratch, God? Like, I feel like a fish out of water. I'm starting from scratch. And God is saying, no, you're not starting over. I'm not having you start over, but what I'm having you do is elevate from the level that you are on. And every round of elevation will feel like you're starting over. And there's a lot of things that, like all of my courses, we're getting ready to scrap all of our current beginner courses, which are on sale right now. So if you need any of them, you better grab them before they're gone, because we're getting ready to scrap all of these courses. We're scrapping a whole bunch of stuff. Like, and to me, it felt like I was balling everything up and throwing it out. And everything that I built, I was balling it up and throwing it out. And God said, no, I'm taking you to another level. What I'm getting ready to do on the inside of you is going to require a new version of you. It's going to require new content. It's going to require you to show up in a new way. It's going to require you to hire new people. It's going to require new systems. It's going to require all sorts of new things. And I'm telling you, the new things don't always feel fun, but it's necessary. It's necessary. It is necessary. And I'm preaching to y'all, but I'm preaching to me right now too. But it is absolutely necessary. And God just had to reassure me that you're not starting over. You're just going to the next level. And a prime example of that would be if you were on a job. If you are on a job and you get promoted on your job, you're still on the same job, but you're going to have to get new training for your new position. And there are many of you that are going to be going into a new position in this season. And God is getting ready to take you into a whole new position. And he's saying the assignment is still the same. The purpose is still the same. The mission is still the same, but I'm calling you to a higher position. And because I'm calling you to a higher position, I'm going to have to train you all over again. I'm going to have to allow you to get reaccustomed to this process all over again. I'm going to have to invite some new people and new connections into your life all over again. And I know you feel like, God, this is so new. And he's saying, no, the assignment is still the same. The purpose is still the same. The mission is still the same. But I'm giving you new training because I'm taking you to a new position. I don't know who this is for, because I ain't come on here to talk about this. But God is saying, I'm taking you to a new position. I'm taking you to a new place, and it's going to require something totally different from you. It's going to require a totally different version from you. So I know y'all, I've been quiet. I know y'all feel like, where Shanice been at? I've been quiet because God has me under new management, right? He got me under new, I'm in a new training right now. I'm in a new spiritual training. I am in a new business training. Like, God has me in new training because he's taking me to another position. So there are a lot of things that are changing in my business. There are a lot of things that are changing in life. Like, there's just so many changes that are happening. And I just want y'all to know that I'm here with y'all. So don't think y'all are the only ones feeling it. It's happening. And one of my friends said to me the other day, she was like, with all the expansion that is happening, do you think that is going to be noticeable, or should it even be noticeable? Should people be able to notice that we're expanding and that we're expanding in our businesses and things of that nature? And what I said to her is, if a tree was to grow in the middle of your yard, wouldn't that be noticeable? Your expansion is going to be noticeable. So people are going to notice when you are growing. They're going to notice your growth. They're going to notice your elevation. Don't worry about what people have to say about the growth and about the elevation. Don't worry about who decides to move around or move away or walk away because of your growth and because of your expansion. Don't worry about who can handle it and who can't. Continue to grow and continue to move forward, and understand that God got you. Like, God ain't never leave you nor forsake you. He has never allowed you to fail. He has literally made good on every single promise, even if it was down to the last second. He did not allow you to fall. And God is a God that you can trust yesterday, today, and forevermore. You can trust him and you can take him at his word. And that's the thing that I love about God. Like, it doesn't matter how high he takes you. He never lets you fall. He never lets you fail. And he is always there with you. So I really wanted to let you know to just really keep going, really keep pursuing the mission that God has you on. And whoever walks away from you, you ain't gonna be there when they get back, because you got higher heights to go to. You got deeper depths to go to. You got more work and greater work for you to do. But do not feel obligated to take everybody with you. If there's too much resistance, they don't have to go. Oh God. If there's too much resistance, they don't have to go. And stop fighting people to want better. Stop fighting people to want to have the same mindset as you. Stop fighting people to want to have the same growth as you. If it's too much resistance, they don't have to go, or they can go in their timing. Maybe you need to go and scout out the land first and let them come in their timing. But if it's too much resistance, they don't have to go. You just keep moving forward, sis. And even if you got to do it by yourself, it's going to get done. And then God is going to send your tribe to you. A lot of you are wanting to bring everybody with you, but I hear God saying that he's going to bring a tribe to you. There are people that are waiting to work with you. There are people that are waiting for you to step into your place and your position so that they can become your tribe. There are people that you don't even know of right now that they're your tribe, and they're waiting for you, where you won't even have to dim your light or dumb yourself down. They're going to accept you and embrace you for who you are, but you're so busy fighting with the people that are resisting you that you can't even get to your real tribe, because you're so busy trying to bring everybody along. And God is saying, I have a tribe waiting for you. I have a tribe of people that are ready to embrace you. I have a tribe of people from states you ain't never been in, countries you ain't never been to, that's ready to embrace you, that's ready to embrace you and love on you and embrace you for who you are. And you're so busy fighting with the familiar that you can't get to what God has for you. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? I was just working and I was just minding my business, and God told me to jump on here. So I don't know who this was for. I don't know who this was for. If it wasn't for y'all, it was for me. Okay. If it wasn't for y'all, it was for me. But listen, keep going. Keep pursuing. Keep going after what God called you to do. Come on. Period, sis. Keep going. Okay, Sandy, me, period. Good. So it's us, sis. It's us. Period. But keep pursuing what God has called you to pursue. Do not give up. Do not give up on it. There is still work for you to do. And even if you feel like it's just too much, to whom much is given, much is required. To whom much is given, much is required. There is much required from you. If that means sitting down and redoing all of your systems, because that's what I have to do. If that means really sitting at this computer for hours to redo and restructure all of my systems, revamp all of my courses, scratch and throw out all the stuff that I have already done, and God saying do it all over in a new way, that means doing the work and doing what you have to do, even when it's hard, okay? You won't find me where you left me, period. And when they circle back around, and I even want to say for those people that have been debating and contemplating and not sure and on the fence about working with me, and you know you've been ready to coach with me, you know you've been ready to start your coaching program, you know you've been ready to work, and you've just been on the fence and doing all these things. If you know any of my courses are for you and you have not invested in any of those courses, you have not invested in any of the coaching, you won't find me where you left me, because as I finish this process, all of the things that are here now are getting ready to change. So I'm telling you to take advantage of it while it's available. Take advantage of it right now. While it is available, make the move right now while it is available, because when things change, every round is going higher and higher. every round is going higher and higher. I don't want to hear I missed out. I don't want to hear, girl, I should have tapped in when it was $47. I don't want to hear I should have tapped in when it was cheaper. I don't want to hear I should have tapped in when your calendar wasn't as full. I don't want to hear it, okay? Because every round is going higher and higher and higher, okay? So y'all know I'm always ready to work. If you know that you are ready to work, you are ready to start your coaching business, you are ready to get in the game, sis, and package your expertise, you want to book a consultation with me so that we can get started. Tell them, y'all better tap in. These are my coaches telling y'all better tap in for real. For real, y'all better tap in because every round is going higher and higher, and I'm not sparing nobody in this next season, okay? I'm not sparing nobody in this next season. I want to work with the girls that want to work. I want to work with the girls that are serious about what God has called us to do. Courtney said, I'm calling you after this. We need to marinate on this. Y'all marinate, three-way me in. Cut this live up into reels. And you know we repurposing this content, Courtney. Period. I love it. So, y'all, happy Friday. I pray y'all have a blessed Friday. A blessed weekend. God bless y'all. I love y'all. I know I've been very quiet, but I'm coming back with, like, I'm throwing blows, okay? God has been downloading a lot into me about the direction that I am going in my business, in my ministry, and there's just a lot of work for me to do. And I know if I'm feeling that pressure, I know that you all who are purposeful women are feeling the same pressure. So we are not, you're not alone. Courtney, tell the girls that are local about your picnic. My cousin Courtney, which is also my amazing client, and she's also an empowerment coach, she has an amazing picnic that is happening. And it is happening, what is the date, Courtney? I keep forgetting. She's doing an empowerment picnic on, it's me trying to go to her page. It's this month, on the 26th, I think. Yes, on the 26th. On the 26th from 3 to 6 p.m. She's doing an empowerment picnic for those that are local here in South Florida. Go to her page, Empowered by Court, to learn about it. Yes, Saturday, March 26th is her empowerment picnic happening in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So if you are local and you want to connect with like-minded women of empowerment, and you want to connect with other women that are pursuing purpose and just, you know, being around purposeful and powerful women, you want to make sure that you are at this amazing picnic. If you are interested in attending, send her a DM. Empowered by Court, send her a DM. But I love y'all. God bless you. And I will see you all next week for sure. See y'all later.